Stevie B's Song of the Week.
We'll be dedicating this feature to my dear sister and friend, the late Linda Deli from Tulsa, Oklahoma. She was a member of my staff here at Stevie B's Media Production from the year 2016 to June of 2021. She wrote all the questions for the artists that we interviewed on this radio show, and we just want to keep her memory alive on this broadcast. This week we are featuring in my song of the week, Cali JT, John Edmerson from Los Angeles, California. John, welcome to the blast.
Hey man, are we in the air yet?
Yeah, we 30,000 feet, brother. How you enjoying the ride tonight?
Oh man, the skies are blue and the sky's calm.
Amen. Hey, John, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to our listeners for those who are not familiar with you?
All right, well, hello, listeners. My name is John Edmerson, and I've been following Stevie B for many years now. He and I have this music thing in common, and I guess I uh, hit the acapella music, you know, crowd or circles back in the 80s when I was
Hmm.
with Southwestern. I sang in Summer Tour 89, 90, where for those who know about the tours from Southwestern, we certainly were one of the more popular tours. And then from there, in 94, I released my first real project, and it
Hmm.
was a group named Exodus. And I named it after my oldest daughter, and I recruited Terry Mays and Amy Johnson, Lamont Robbins, and Angela was Williams, now Angela Pugh. And you can, of course, look up all this on my Facebook, Exodus 2.0 Facebook page. So since about 94, I've been in the mix. Most people know me through a song I wrote back in the 90s called I'm Glad I Know You.
Hmm.
And I'm just still tickled that people like that song. But so that's just a little background. Of course, a lot's happened over the years, but that's kind of my origin story.
Now, I've seen where I actually made an announcement earlier in the show where you're going to be receiving an award for your songwriting. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure, sure. The Forest Hill congregation in the city of Fort Worth, Texas, where my good friend Emmanuel White is the minister, every year, this is their second year, they honor a songwriter in Churches of Christ.
Hmm.
Last year, they they honored, rather not honored, not ordered, honored, Willie Lynch.
Hmm.
And this year they're honoring me, and
Okay.
I'm just so thrilled to be recognized. They're flying my wife and I in, and we're going to have a few days with them.
Now, since you're with Exodus 2.0 now,
Yes,
we just went to the Camel Awards back in 2024. That was the last Camel Award. You want to
correct.
talk about the Camel Award going forward? If there's going to be any more Camel Awards, or should the Saints just go ahead and just chalk that up to history, or just look forward to doing something else? What are we going to
Right.
do, John?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, Kama is Brother Pratt's baby,
Mm,
Aldonzo Pratt, the chairman.
right,
I think this one in 24 was 32 years,
right.
if
That's
I'm
right.
not
Yes,
mistaken.
32 years. That's right.
32 years, yeah. And we were working on 26, but there were just several factors that had kind of let us know that it had run its course.
Mm,
Just a couple of them quickly. One is people aren't putting out a cappella music anymore.
mm,
They're really not putting out. I think going into the summer, we were aware of three new projects by solo artists. So those days of groups really putting big projects out and choirs putting projects out, a lot of people just going to YouTube. And for our purposes, we're really built around people putting music out and recognizing them. So that was
mhm,
one challenge.
mhm,
But the larger challenge was that a lot of the people that we had worked with over the years, they gave Brother Pratt, you know, the family price with
mm,
all the sound and AV and all of that.
mhm,
And a lot of those people have retired. So we were pretty much going to have to pay retail
mhm.
for our equipment, staging, lighting, video, and we just didn't want to go into debt, which
Mm.
every year, we end up in the red, and we just didn't want to do that. So, and some challenges with the hotel, so it just kind of showed it's time.
Right.
We had a good run.
Right.
I'm so glad we recognized you before we got out of there.
Right. Right.
And we just appreciate you so much and the work that you've done for our artists over the years. We all
Right.
appreciate you, Stevie B.
Hey, thank you so much. I heard about it on YouTube in 2018, John, when I was nominated, but I didn't know I was nominated in
Oh.
2018. So one of my friends sent me the YouTube video of the Camo Awards in 2018, and I saw Brian Malone. He received the category that I was in with him. He received the award in 2018, but he called my name when
Hmm.
he received the award. And and Brian was on the show a few weeks ago, so I actually thanked him for that, doing that back in 2018. But that was the first time I'd heard of the Camo Awards.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
I was
Yes.
thrilled just to be nominated. So I didn't know radio hosts got awards.
Right, right, right. Look.
you know.
And not only be nominated, but to win.
Right, right. So in 2022, what happened? I was on a national tour with Chef Brian Brown in
Hmm.
2022. So when we came off the tour, the Camo Awards was the same week. So I,
Ah,
I couldn't make that, but I just regretted it because at that time I thought that was going to be the last Camo Award. So I kicked myself behind that because I just knew I wasn't going to be able to go ever attend it. But then when I saw it was going to happen in 2024, I said, I cannot miss this Camel Awards. I got to be there. I don't have to receive anything. I just want to be there just to
right,
take it in because I had never experienced it before.
right.
So once I got down there and I was doing the artist interviews on the red carpet, got a chance to interview you and your wife on the red
Yes.
carpet. That was got a chance to
Yes.
meet you guys. That was just a thrill for me, just to be able to be in the building and just to get a chance to meet everybody for the first time. Because I'm out here on the East Coast, I don't get to see everybody like you guys
Right.
out there on the West Coast. So it
Right.
was just a thrill for me, man, just to be able to participate in that program. So now that the Camo Awards are no more, like going forward now, it's
Yeah.
just we just need to just continue to recognize these artists as best we can for their work. And I'm
We
always
do.
bragging on them. I'm always bragging on the artists on the show because you can't deny the production that
Correct.
we're putting out on these broadcasts. You can't deny the music. It's phenomenal. So I certainly appreciate you, brother. And I do have one of your classmates, Renee Rogers Baker. She have some
Yes.
questions. She's doing all the questions now for the artists.
Okay.
She's a member of my staff now, and she's writing all the questions for the artists that we have on this program. So I just want to ask you a few of her questions. And she
Okay.
and she has a doozy for you, John. Now this question, she says, I noticed in some churches now are having just two services, one traditional and
Right.
one contemporary. She says,
Hmm.
now how do you feel about this? And do you think the idea of both can one day cause a split within the church, dividing the older members from the younger members? What say you to this question?
Right. Right. Well, the New Testament, and I did an extensive study on this back in '07 as we hosted the national lectureship in Cincinnati when I was living there.
Hmm.
The New Testament depicts singing as being a cappella.
Right.
Any scholar or theologian worth his or her salt will tell you
Hmm.
that the early saints sang a cappella.
Right.
That's really all we can prove.
Right.
We don't know how they sang. I mean, we can go back and look, maybe at how the Jewish worship system worked,
Hmm.
and get some idea. But our worship pattern these days is really patterned behind the synagogue versus the temple.
Right.
So my point is that there has to be some flexibility, because all we're really doing is trying to restore that a cappella. But in terms of its structure, which is what you're talking about,
Hmm.
the Bible doesn't really give a lot of guidance.
Mm.
So I have no issue with congregations having a worship service that features more of your classic songs.
Hmm.
Maybe some will feature more contemporary songs. You may have another one that may be in another language. The only question that I think the Bible is asking is it a cappella?
Right.
And then we really have to work on continuing to keep the peace and to
Hmm.
maintain the
Right.
spirit of unity. And that's actually one of the things that Jesus prayed for. It's one of
Right.
his seven sayings,
That's right.
is that he prayed about us having this spirit, this spirit of unity. When we were given the spirit in Acts 2,
Hmm.
we were given that unifying spirit. So if we're
Hmm.
allowing things to split us up today, like uh worship styles of music, that's not something that we want to look to the Lord to blame.
Right.
We want to look to ourselves
That's
and the
right.
fact that we've got to work harder.
Hmm.
Some Sundays I really like the old hymns. This is just
Hmm.
me, and I'm worshiping now at the Reseda congregation. I wish they sang more of the old songs,
Hmm.
but they don't. They
Hmm.
have more of a contemporary flavor, and
Hmm.
Mark and our worship team, they do a great job.
Hmm.
But it doesn't bother me.
Right.
I've adjusted, and I'm
Right.
more excited about being in the company
That's right.
of my brothers and sisters in
That's right.
Christ. And for me, that's what worship is all about:
Amen.
worshiping our God together.
Amen. Now, John, we do have a single. Tell us about this single that we're featuring in my song of the week, "Nice Day." Tell us
Yeah,
about that.
so a nice day is a song I wrote quite a while ago. I put it out on an album that's no longer available, Exodus the Light,
Mm,
and we redid it for the lectureship series. And I asked, along with myself, I asked a dear friend of mine. Her name at the time was Karan Hawkins. We were growing up. Now she's Karan Johnson, and she's
mhm,
actually a professor, teaches there in North Carolina somewhere. She
mhm,
just has a fantastic voice, and so
mm,
she and I worked together on the song. I wrote it many years ago. The now defunct Trinity One.
mm.
And Jerome, they recorded it for me. Of course, my group sang the background, and it's one of my favorites. I hope your listeners enjoy it.
Now, John, before we close out this segment, is anybody you want to give a shout out to?
I want to give a shout out to my wife. Of course, Felicia and I will have been married 33 years in December.
Mm,
She is the one that put that fire under me in terms of
okay,
pursuing my music, and she's still
okay.
wanting me to do something with it. So I owe everything to her. I always want to be. Um, um, uh, I always want to recognize my group Exodus.
Right.
Amy and Terry and Lamont and Angie, and then
Mhm,
over the years we've had different people in and out. This new iteration, we added
mhm.
my son-in-law. His name is Ray Ray Davison.
Okay.
We added his mother Cheryl. Tony Grant sings with us when he's available, and we're just glad to have them. Terry Mays' daughter, Kristen,
Mhm,
sings with us. So that's Exodus 2.0. So I want to thank them. And then finally, all of my friends from Southwestern who were so encouraging of my music, Brian and Rob, EME in Effect, and of course my summer tour family. So sorry to take up so much time.
oh, it's you good. But Renee did want me to ask you about the group Redeem in Southwestern Christian College.
Boy, I tell you, she's going way back. So
Yeah, she
Brian
took
and
it back.
Rob and I, we had a group called Redeemed, and
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure Renee sang with us.
Yeah.
And it was Renee and I think Rosita and Gabby, Pat, uh, Scotty. I think that's about everybody.
I think Renee
And
was the one that had that bad soprano, wasn't
oh
it?
man. Man, that girl, man, she can really sing. And she and I and the late John Green were thick as thieves in the day. But yeah, we put some music out. I don't even know where that recording is. I need to get it from Rob. But yeah, that's one of the many groups I've been a part of over the years.
Now you talking about Robert Guy?
I am.
Okay. Now I
Mm.
just listened to a show that I did with Robert. It was back in 2024, episode 347, where he was on the show talking about your days at Southwestern Christian College. Yeah, that was great. Oh, John, one more thing I want to ask you before I let you go.
Okay.
Tell us about your 24-hour acapella radio station. Tell us what's going on with that.
Yeah. So I'm still working on the radio station. My problem is when I do stuff, it has to be bigger and better than it was.
Right.
And so I did a radio station a few years back. This one, it just needs to be bigger and better. So I'm working on it. Things aren't moving as fast as I'd like, but hopefully we'll be releasing it soon. Now, I also have a campaign I'm doing, and I appreciate the time you're allowing me to mention it. It's called 100%, and we're encouraging congregations in our fellowship to play 100% of the time in their worship and programming, whether they've got a stream or they've got some kind of conference they're doing or some kind
Hmm.
of weekend seminar. We want you to look at that and play our artists the whole entire time you're
Okay.
gathered together. We've
Okay.
got a lot of good people. Most of our music is available on Apple Music or Spotify or YouTube Music.
Right.
So that's not the issue. But we want to do a better job of promoting our
Right.
groups. The reason why I think people aren't putting out the music that they used to is that number one, these days, you're really not going to make any money out of it.
Hmm.
It's really a tax write off. But also, our people don't seem to be as excited about our artists as,
Mm.
say, they are about some of the other artists
Right.
out in the larger Christian community. And
Right.
I have nothing against Deidre Haddon and Kirk and all those guys. They do
Mhm.
what they do.
Right.
But if we can't look to our people
Right.
to support our artists,
Right.
then what's really happening?
Right. So John, tell me how you're gonna do your radio station. Are you gonna use the AI DJs? Are you gonna use live DJs? How that's gonna work?
Yeah, I'm probably going to use the combination. More than likely, I'm going to get you to help me out with it, and I want to find a woman that has this kind of interest, to help me out with it. And I don't know that we're going to look to AI, but I definitely want to play our artist. I want to have a way that we can incorporate preaching
Hmm.
into it as well. So if a family wants to just put it on, just leave it on as they're traveling or
Hmm.
cleaning or just whatever.
Right.
They can hear good singing, they can hear good preaching,
Right.
they can hear maybe, pertinent workshops and topics. So that's kind of my
Okay.
idea. And as the all of this just doesn't happen overnight.
Right. Right.
I mean, it takes time.
Right.
And so when I'm ready, you're going to be the first person I call.
John, I was fighting for years. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you this. I did not want to do radio like I'm doing it right now. I did
Hmm.
not want to do this on video. I didn't want people to see me. I wanted them to hear me. I didn't want
Hmm.
them to see me. But podcasting, now I'm not going to say this is actually what happened because I was with Blog Talk Radio for about 8 years,
Hmm.
and I'm not going to say that podcasting drove them out of business. I'm not going to say that, but I don't know that to be fact. But what I do know is that they sent me an email telling me that I had to find me another home because they was going out of business. And the way that I'm doing this radio show right now, I did not want to be sitting on camera for 2 hours doing a live radio show. But because I'm with Shelcaster Network, Hammond Burke, the way he built this studio for me, he allowed me to be able to have the flexibility now to where I can actually play the tracks. You see the artist singing these tracks, and you don't see me for 2 hours. I'm in and out, in and out. Now I'm loving that. I'm loving
Awesome.
that part of it. So now I'm kind of warming up to it.
Good, good. Yeah, Stevie B, I love that we can see you. We pick up on your energy and your enthusiasm. I'm so happy that we have such a gem in you. And you can preach too.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Oh
so.
yeah. Hey John, thank you, brother, for riding with us on the blast tonight. We certainly appreciate you joining us on the show.
All right, man. Thank you for the invitation, and I look forward to coming back. Maybe I can get on with a Zoom call and have Exodus 2.0, have us all be on the call.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. We can do that. We're definitely planning that for the show. Ladies and gentlemen, John Edmerson, Cali JT, that's who that is, out of
That's it.
Los Angeles, California. We have a song of the week. Nice day, John Edmerson. Thank you, brother, for riding with us on the blast.
God bless.
Stevie B's Acappella Gospel Music Blast.
Stevie B's Song of the Week.
Isn't it a nice day? Isn't it a nice day? He's blessed me in every way. He extends his love to me so naturally. Isn't it a nice day? Isn't it a nice day? He's blessed me in every way. He extends his love to me so naturally. Oh yes, I've been blessed with your love and goodness. Lord, you've been so good to me. You've changed my life completely. Isn't it a nice day? He's blessed me in every way. He extends his love to me so naturally. Isn't it a nice day? Isn't it a nice day? He's blessed me in every way. He extends his love to me so naturally. I sometimes dwell on what's wrong, still knowing you're on the throne. But today I will let go, because in your word it says so. Isn't it a nice day? Yeah. He's blessing me in every way. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for the food on my table, clothes on my back. Family doing fine, everything's alright. You're sending your love to me so naturally. Everything that I have, because of you, without you, Lord, you know I'm so loose. You know I'm so blue. Celebrate without you. That's why I love you. Jesus, you saved me. I'm gonna praise you every day, cause you love me, Lord. And I'm gonna celebrate. Use the days that I have to celebrate and always laugh. All I have is because of your love. I feel so blessed. Use the days that I have to celebrate and always laugh. Isn't it a nice day today? The Lord has blessed me in every way.
Stevie B's Song of the Week.